Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the Grid Builder tutorial. I will show you what Grid Builder is and what it can do. And let me tell you, Grid Builder is a very powerful tool. You can use Grid Builder for literally everything. It doesn't matter if you have shape layers, footages, 3D objects or whatever. You can use it for everything. Let me walk you through the script. We have 4 different modes: rectangular, radial, path and spherical. Let's start with the rectangular grid. You need to select all of your assets and just press create grid. On our grid control we have grid control 1. This button here is a duplicate button. So if you want to duplicate your grid, you can do that with this button. Press that and it will automatically duplicate your grid. And now we have under our grid controls, grid control 2 selected. If you press that, you can swap between your grid controls very easily. And that's very important because we can do changes with this. If you want to delete a shape layer from your grid, but still want to have the shape layer in the composition, you just have to press the X button. It will remove your shape layer from the grid, but you will still have the shape layer in your composition and do anything you want with it. If you want to add that shape layer again into your grid, that's also easy. You just need to select your shape layer and press add layer to grid, and it will automatically add it to your grid. This shape layer here was here before, but now it's there. And if you want to have that shape layer again on this position and that shape layer on this position, it's also pretty easy to do. This shape layer here is shape layer 7 and that shape layer here is shape layer 4. We can select shape layer 4, swap shape layer 4 with shape layer 7 and swap shape layer 7 with shape layer 4. Like this. Nothing changes in your composition. You can completely change all of your orders in here. If you want to delete a grid but not your assets, you just select your grid control and press the delete button. And it will automatically delete your grid but not your assets. If you want to change the grid from rectangular to radial grid, you can do that with change to. We now have the rectangular grid. But if we want to have the radial grid, press change. And it will automatically change it to the radial grid. So if we go to grid and change the spread to 9, you can see that all our assets are shown. Let's change the colors of our shapes here, for example to yellow. And when we press this button, that's the update button, you will see that it will automatically also change the colors in here as well. And if we want to replace this shape layer with another shape layer, for example with an ellipse tool, and select all of them and also select all of our shape layers in our script, you just need to click replace and it will automatically replace our previous shape layers with the new shape layers. Now let's go to the controls. Under the grid control, we have columns and we have spacing X and spacing Y. Under the transform option, we have grid rotation. And as you can see, it will rotate your grid. We also have the global opacity, so you can animate your opacity of your whole grid, so you don't have to do that manually for every single asset you have. We have a scale front and scale back, and we have scale by position. If we change the scale by position to linear and change the linear direction, you can see that the scale is rotating. If we change the grid rotation, the grid rotates but the scale stays at the same place. We also have ripple. So ripple focuses on one asset at a time. If we change the focus to 2, it will change the focus to the second shape. We also have scale fall off that works with linear as well. Under our depth controls, we have Z depth and everything is in Z axis. So that means everything is in 3D space. Everything starts from shape layer 3 in this case. If we want to change that to another shape, you can do that with a Z anchor. So the Z anchor is always attached to the assets you have on your grid. So if you want to, for example, have the Z axis to 3, type in 3 and this shape layer stays at the same place and everything moves. Under our options, we have orientation. We have orientation forward, screen and center. If we rotate our shape, for example, like this, you can see that our shapes are flat. But we can change the orientation to screen. It will always face the screen. It doesn't matter how we change the rotation, it will always face the screen. And if we change the grid rotation, it will always rotate over its own axis. And last but not least, we have center. Our shape layers are facing the center. In this case, it doesn't actually make sense, but that's not a problem because we have full control over our assets. It doesn't matter if they are in a grid. If we select all of these shapes, press rotation and change the rotation here, you can also, if you want, change the position. And it will also work and face the center. You will always have full control over your grid and your assets. With shuffle, you can randomize your order in your grid. You also have random offset, which is very nice, and random seeds. So you can have different kind of randomness in your grid. So let's go to our second mode, Radial. Now we have spread. You can change your spread of your radial grid very easily here. And we have radius. Under transform, you also have grid rotation, scale front and scale back, scale by position. And if you scale the direction, it will look like this. Everything is the same as on our rectangular grid. Besides, we don't have ripple here. We also have Z depth, which is very nice. And you can change your Z anchor here very easily, like on the rectangular grid. Under options, we have also face forward, face screen and face center. Shuffle works here as well, random offset and random seeds. For our third mode, we have path. And as you can see, nothing changes. That's because on our grid control, we have different shapes. We have custom, so you can do custom paths, but we have pre-built shapes as well, like ellipse, rectangle, polygon, and star. And you can change the polygon points here as well. But let's do a custom shape. As you can see, our shapes are following the path. Under transform, you can still rotate everything. We have custom opacity, scale front and scale back works here as well. And here we have also linear and ripple again. Under depth, we have Z depth, which works here as well. And path controls. And we have a different orientation. We have a path orientation. So for our path controls, we have trim path and trim and. For example, if you want to cut the path, we can do that with trim. And if we change the path progress, it won't follow the whole path. We have path spread. That's very nice. And when we go under orientation, we have screen, which is very nice if we change the rotation. And we have path. That means everything follows the path orientation. For spherical grid, I will use compositions. So let's create a grid, and under our grid controls, we have radius and we have global opacity. Under our transform, we have scale front and scale back. We still have scale by position. So if you click that, you can change the scale with jaw and with pitch. You have scale fall off, and what's very, very nice, focus target. Focus target will let you animate from one target to another target automatically. Let's keyframe focus target 1, go to 1 second, and let's say we want to target 2. It will automatically animate a path to the second target. It also works if we want to have, for example, the target 6, and it will automatically move to the target 6. So instead of trying to have everything here in the middle, doing everything by hand, which is a pain, you can do that with focus target very, very easily. Under options, we have inward orientation. If you have footage where you have a different front side and a different back side, you can change that with inward and outward. And we also have screen. It will always face the screen, which looks very, very awesome. If you want to animate the position of one asset, for example this, let's move that there, and want to animate that to your grid, you don't have to do that manually. Just click on your values here and just press 0, and it will automatically place your assets back to the grid. That means 0 always means the position on your grid. And that's it. Grid Builder is now available. And if you have any more questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I wish you all happy creating.